Lakers fans, it's been a long time coming, but tonight you can celebrate. You are the number 1 seed in the Western Conference for 2020, and they did it tonight by defeating the Utah Jazz 116-108 behind yet another great performance from Anthony Davis and a really good performance again from LeBron James. But really the star of this was Anthony Davis, who after the really bad night he had a few nights ago against Toronto, where it seemed like something was lost. I don't know what happened that night. But tonight he picked it up again, 13 for 28 from the field, 12 for 15 from free throw, 42 points and 12 rebounds, dominant on both offensive and defensive, and helped lead the Lakers to the win. What's up, by the way, guys? It's Frankie here. And yeah, so again, Anthony was the big story tonight. LeBron as well had a pretty good performance, probably the best game he's played in the restart. Because my problem with LeBron for the first few games has been his field goal percentage wasn't that high. Tonight it was over 50%. He had 9 for 16 from the field. He had 8 rebounds, 9 assists as well. LeBron, the ultimate playmaker. And that was really all the Lakers needed. I mean, they also had 11 points from Dwight, which, again, if you ever thought, could you ever imagine that Dwight Howard is now in an opportunity to win NBA championship against with LeBron James, the guy who he helped prevent the LeBron-Kobe finals, was because how dominant Dwight Howard was in 2009. But they've teamed up, and Dwight has been better than I thought, because I thought Dwight was going to get cut months ago. But he's still here. 11 points. KCP, 10 points. He was 4 for 7 from field tonight. And that's all the Lakers need. They were able to escape the 0 points that JaVale McGee gave in order for the Lakers to get the win. Lakers win. Let's hope Dodgers now. Yeah, I don't know if the Dodgers are going to win it tonight. I don't know what the Dodgers score is right now. I'm looking at it, but the Dodgers are down to 5-3 here, so we'll see what happens in the top of the ninth. But even if the Dodgers don't win tonight, for LA right now, the Lakers are the number 1 seed in the West, which is amazing to think after all the terribleness that happened with this team. Bellinger just hit a home run, and I know you hit the Dodgers. Sorry, I don't hate the Dodgers. I don't hate the Dodgers. I just don't trust them. I just don't trust their manager. I just think they choke a lot. I don't have any personal animosity for the Dodgers. I have nothing against them. It's just they're not a rival like the Red Sox are. But for the Lakers, again, after everything happened with Kobe retiring, well, it really started off with the Dwight Howard experiment, which ended terribly. And then after that, the Lakers just were just in the gutter for years and years and years. I mean, all the problems, Kobe on his last legs, the Lakers just floundering, nothing, no leadership, no anything, so many bad moments, experiences. And then finally, what was it, last summer, 2 summers ago, LeBron comes in, and the Lakers still stink. LeBron's not able to do enough. Then he calls in Anthony Davis. And with LeBron and Davis, the Lakers have become a legitimate contender this year. And they've been great all season. You still have wonders about, can they beat the Clippers? Can they beat the Bucks in a playoff series? It's something that, of course, we'll be talking about here over the next few weeks as we get ready for the playoffs, which starts in just a few weeks. But for now, Lakers fans can enjoy the fact all the terribleness over the last 7-8 years is now worth it, because now they are back in the NBA playoffs. They are the number 1 seed. They're going to be, again, they are a legit contender this year. The only real teams I feel like they have to worry about are the Bucks and the Clippers, and maybe Houston. Although you can't rule out Toronto either. But Houston really impressed me last night. So you know. There are some good teams here, but again, Bucks and Clippers are the 2 teams they really have to be concerned about right now at this moment. But again, a big one for Los Angeles here as they keep their season rolling. As for the Jazz, good performance from Mitchell, 33 points, 9 for 22. The field goal percentage could have been better, 4 for 10 from 3. Conley, 24 points, 8 for 17 from the field, 3 for 9 for 3. Rudy Gobert, 16 points, perfect from the field tonight. Great to see him again after all the chaos he had with coronavirus. It's good to see him be as great as he was. But after that, there wasn't really much else. O'Neal had 5 points, Ingles had 5 points, and then Morgan 3, 9 4, Bradley 5, Clarkson 6. Clarkson was awful. If you're a Lakers fan, so glad he's not on the team. 2 for 13 in the field tonight, and Moutier 7 points tonight. There was just not a lot there for the Jazz. They had a couple good performances there, but the 2 things, Jazz turned the ball over a lot. I'm looking at the team stats right now for the Jazz here tonight. The Jazz had 21 total turnovers, as opposed to the Lakers 14. And the other thing that really, the Lakers 58 points in the paint, the Jazz 44. Lakers were killing in the paint tonight, mainly because of Anthony Davis and how he was just on such fire tonight. Also, the field goal percentage, the Lakers had a 50% field goal percentage compared to the Jazz 45. And the Lakers had a 35% three-point percentage compared to the Jazz 28. That's what gave the Lakers the win there. But yeah, this game, and Anthony Davis or Danny DeVito. I do like Danny DeVito, but right now give me Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis is on a roll right now. Again, after the rough game against Toronto, which I don't really know what happened there, but it doesn't matter because he comes in tonight and pulls off a dominating performance, pulls off a great win. And now, again, we'll see how the Lakers perform going forward. I don't know what their next game is. I think we're covering the next game. Is it the Celtics? The Lakers' next game may be the Celtics in a few nights. I'm double-checking it right now. No, the Lakers' next game is the Thunder. And the Lakers' next game is the Thunder, which is on Wednesday, which we'll be here right after the postgame. We'll be right here breaking down Lakers and Thunder for you. But again, a great win, and after the Raptors game, you go, I don't know, and you still have some concerns. They're a little bit inconsistent sometimes on defense, and sometimes offense. I mean, at the beginning of this game, there was just not a lot going for them. They were fine, but it's just like they just felt like something was off. And then in the third quarter, they went on a big run late. I'm looking for the run in the third quarter where it really flipped here for the Lakers, because it was it was 71-71. LeBron enters the game. Dion makes 2 free throws. And then a couple of things happen. And then loose ball turnover by Mitchell. LeBron tips it in 75-71. Emmanuel Mudiay turnover. Jordan Clarkson, Kuzma and Clarkson missed shots. Clarkson misses a 25-footer. Davis makes a 3, makes it 78-71. And then Rudy Gobert technical foul. The Lakers make 3 free throws. And then Mudiay does make a jump shot there, but Dion makes a layup. Jordan Clarkson travels, which again they never call traveling, but they call that Clarkson there. Davis makes the 3 and makes it 86-73, and from then on the Jazz were just never able to get back into it. I think Tyler Hero is very overrated. Thoughts? He's fine. He's overrated. I mean, he's only been in the league for a short time. I'm not willing to sit here and go, oh, he's definitely overrated. He's definitely what are his stats right now this season? Hero's stats right now. Oh gosh, hold on, my computer's freezing here. Hold on. Hero stats: 13 points. I mean, is he the best player on the Heat? No, but he's a solid player, solid shooting guard. 13 points. His PER is 11.3. I'd give him more time before I call him a bust. I'd give him a little bit more. I'd give him before. Yeah, I mean, again, if you think he's the best player in the NBA, no, he's in his first year. Let's give him some time here. I like him. I need a hero. But Miami here, they're gonna be Miami's a good team. We saw them beat Denver. We're down pretty good, so they're gonna be contenders. But again, I don't know how much of a contender they will be heading into the playoffs, heading into the finals this year. These games in the bubble have been better than I thought. Absolutely, they've been. I mean, I never thought they'd be bad. I was just happy for any NBA. Once I heard NBA's back, I was just happy for that, and there was nothing else you could have hyped me for than just the NBA's back. I had some questions about the bubble atmosphere and could games, and again, the big takeaway, one of the big takeaways I'm getting is that fans obviously make the game better, but you really don't need fans. You've got the players, you've got a nice atmosphere here, you got the players yelling, you still got the referee sounds. You don't need fans right now. We'll get fans back whenever this ends, in 7, 8, 9 years. I'm being super depressing about this, but when we get fans back, in God knows when, there'll be an added advantage. But right now, you really don't need fans. In baseball, I feel the same way. In baseball, I'm watching the fans, and it doesn't even bother me anymore. I don't even notice that there's no baseball, or that there's no fans in baseball. So, and I'm sure it's going to be that way for football too. I've already gotten used to it. So, but yeah, these games so far have been great. They've been exciting, and the guys have been really competing. Again, you can tell how long these guys have waited to get back out there, and that they're just itching for a title. The Padres. Padres beat the Dodgers 5-4. Impressive there for San Diego. Disappointing win there. Disappointing loss there for the Dodgers, but good win for San Diego, and happy for them. Good for them. They'll keep it up there. Yankees keep winning though. Yankees continue to have the best record in baseball, and it's music to my ears right now to see the Yankees. As now the computer freezes, so now I have to pull up the live chat to see what's going on. I should point out, if you're new to this channel and you like what you see, make sure you subscribe down below for the very best post-game content in baseball, in the NBA, as well as highlight videos and everything else in between. We've got so many things on this channel, and we've been working really hard over the last week to bring you the very best in content, and there'll be way more stuff coming up here in the next week, 2 weeks, months. from golf to NBA to baseball. So looking forward to that here. Also, continue to check out this channel for more. Again, sorry guys that taking some time here. I need to pull up my my thing because my computer just went down, so I need to pull it up here. What you guys are saying? If you guys are saying anything. Miami are stuck with young talent that can give Milwaukee trouble. I guess so. I just feel like Milwaukee, and maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just I feel like in the East, Milwaukee's just on a level all by itself. I feel like Giannis is the best player, if not the best player, he's like one of the 2 or 3 best players in the league. He's probably going to win MVP again. And I just feel like the supporting cast around him, from Lopez to Middleton, is just enough that, and there's a lot of good teams around there. I just don't see there being a team that is competing on their level. I will always be gay and proud. Congratulations, Rich. Back to basketball. An interesting stat that shocked me: the Rockets' defensive efficiency in clutch minutes is 3rd in the league. It doesn't look that way sometimes, but wow. Yeah. Sometimes, for some reason, Harden and Westbrook and that Rockets defense and Mike D'Antoni can sometimes get down there. And what's up, homie? What's up, Swiggle? I'm sorry, but Wizards will make it. What is the Wizards' standings right now? I'm looking at it right now. Hope that no one's trolling me here. The Wizards are 7.5 back of the Nets, but there's a play-in game, so I think if you reach a certain point, they'll get there. If the Nets don't make it, I really don't care. If the Nets don't make it, and I'm rooting for the Nets. My friend DJ, who I don't know if he's watching, but shout out to DJ. The Nets, that's his favorite team, but they probably get blown out by Milwaukee. So it's hard for me to get into it. Rockets always in hella high scoring games. Yes, they are always. You know what? It's that style of play. It's this basketball. It's the pace. These guys scoring, going up and down the court as fast as you can. That's the new NBA. We're seeing games constantly in the triple digits. It is what it is. Bradley Beal or Devin Booker. Gotta think about that. Gotta think about that a little bit. The Rockets are my sleeper team. Harden seems very energetic on the defensive end. I don't know. They're probably right now, I would say they're the 4th best team. I'd probably give them the number 4 edge right now. I don't really know if I can consider them underrated. I don't know if they're on tier 1, but they're the top team on tier 2. And again, when you have talent like Harden and Westbrook, when those guys are on, they are, and Mike D'Antoni is a good coach. Now, in the postseason, that's another story, but he's a good coach, D'Antoni. Like, it's not, and you don't have to worry about the Warriors, you don't have to worry about slaying that dragon. So for the Rockets, it's, I think they're going to get, again, you worry about them on defense too, but as we've seen, they're apparently good in big moments on defense. So they're going to be a good team. They're going to contend, but I don't know. I'm not going to sit there and go that they're going to win the West. I still think it's Lakers or Clippers, but they're going to be a team. They're going to be a fun team to look at this year. Yankees win 7 here. The Yankees, this is their 9th straight game to start the season with a home run. The record is 99 for the Yankees when they went 10 straight games with a home run. Do you listen to Logic? Is he a rapper or a YouTuber, or like an artist? I have no idea. Because if Logic, no, I don't listen. I don't listen. I just listen to I listen to old music. I listen to 70s music, 80s music, 90s music, sometimes current music. I've been listening to a lot of Hamilton over the last month because Hamilton's been on Disney Plus, and so we've been listening to that non-stop. We've been listening to that a lot, and yeah, that's a great musical. That is one of the best musicals I've ever seen. Probably the best. Just absolute perfection, start to finish. Man, but a great win again tonight from the Lakers to pull this off. Again, after a rough game against the Raptors, after a performance where you sat there and like, oh gosh, all the worst parts of the Lakers came out. They come back here, they beat the Jazz down pretty, not pretty good though, but they took advantage in the third quarter. That stretch in the third quarter, that stretch to end the quarter, they were just on fire. The Jazz kept making mistakes. The Lakers kept pushing them into mistakes and the turnovers, and the Lakers were able to do just enough to get the win. And moved to 51-15, I believe, on the season. Well, the Mets won tonight. Good. Finally they pull out a win. Something good happened with the Mets. My dad's a Mets fan, and he stopped caring. My dad's a Mets fan, but he's also like, once they go under 500, I stop paying attention because he knows it's not going to get any better from there. So he's not paying attention anymore. I'm not paying attention anymore. It is what it is, whatever. The Rockets have been trying to mimic Golden State style of play, living and dying by the three. Yeah, I mean, but it's worked. It worked for Golden State for so many years. If you have the guys that can shoot, if you have the guys that can score, you do it. You do it. And this is the new NBA now. This is the new NBA of living and dying by the three. And again, if you can shoot the three well, if you can shoot the three effectively, you know, that's all you need. I mean, we saw Fred VanVleet last year with the Raptors. Looking here for some stats. Probably say Beal. They're probably looking at probably Beal, but it's close. Mike Soroka. I don't know who that is. I'm Googling that right now. Again, I got about 15 more minutes here, guys, so any comments here that you want to talk about here, please let me know. Oh, that's right, Marcin. Okay, sorry. Blanked out. Yeah, sorry about Mike Soroka there. I misspelled it, misspelled it. Tore his Achilles, I guess was walking off the field and tore his Achilles. Don't know how that happened. Sad to see for somebody like that, but yeah, Soroka. Okay, that's what it was. But just awful there. We'll see how the Braves can move on from this, but that's devastating. I mean, the season isn't that long, and he was trying to cover first base, and he tore his Achilles. So that's what happened. I didn't see the video, but from all accounts, it looked pretty awful. And yeah, it's gonna hurt. Where do you rank KD in your all-time list? Where do I rank him on my all-time list? I gotta think about this for a second. I gotta think about this. All-time KD. I don't know if he's top 10. Maybe top 20. Maybe top 20 in the way he's able to... I mean, my all-time four, my four all-time, in no particular order, my all-time four is Jordan, LeBron, Magic, Kareem. That's my four. And then if you add 5 and 6, I'd probably go with Russell and Wilt. And then, you know, after that, you can pick and choose who you want in there. I'd also throw in there Hakeem, Oscar Robinson, Duncan, Kobe, Shaq, Larry Bird. Like, so there's a lot of guys out there that I would put up in there. But KD man is... And if Kawhi wins this title, he'll be up there. He'll get up to maybe that list because he will have won 3 championships with 3 different teams. Also, LeBron's already up on that list, but if he wins 3 titles in 3 years, that already adds him up. To the list. So yeah, KD again, the way his scoring efficiency, and the way he plays. Yeah, he's probably. So we'll see. KD or Kawhi get 3rd ring next. I mean, it's most likely to be Kawhi because the Clippers are better this year, and the Nets. KD's not going to play this year, so probably Kawhi. Kobe isn't top 3. Nah, probably not. Kobe's top 10. Kobe's definitely top 10. Top 5. I don't see top 3. Again, top 4 to me: Jordan, Magic, Kareem, and LeBron. Those are the 4. Those are the 4 guys, and I find it hard. And then you can put Oscar and Dirk's 2011 playoff run and Kobe's 2009. Which one was the most impressive to you? Both are impressive. I'd probably say Dirk's 2011 because Dallas was not expected to win that title. That came out of nowhere. I mean, we all thought it was going to be Miami, and Dallas came out of nowhere. And the Lakers played really well in that series and really shut down Orlando. But Dirk's series, the comeback, the upset of Miami, I'd probably put that as a little bit more impressive. But both were great, and it really cemented Dirk's legacy as one of the greatest of all time, and officially put him in the Hall of Fame. So probably Dirk's run. Better young core, the Celtics to the Nuggets. Whew. I think I'm going to give the edge to the Celtics. I'm going to give the slight edge to the Celtics just because of Tatum. Nuggets, with Jokic, the Nuggets have it, but I'd give the edge. I'm going to give the edge to the Celtics because I think Tatum and Brown. I just think it's a really, really just hot, just on fire group of players. And again, Tatum before all this was happening was the best player in the league, and then the shutdown. 11 Rose or 13 LeBron? 13 LeBron. 11 Rose is pretty good, but they didn't make it to the finals. 13 LeBron, they made it to the finals. They beat Indiana in Game 7, which was really, really difficult. And then, of course, the comeback against San Antonio, where LeBron was shut down in Game 6. In Game 6, did miss the 3 late, but Rayon was able to contribute was able to help him. And then he was pretty good in Game 7. And LeBron James was remarkable in that postseason. So yeah, the edge to 13 LeBron, but 11 Rose is pretty good. Really, really like the 11 Rose. But yeah, I get 13 LeBron gets the edge there. 10 more minutes here. 10 more minutes here on the chat. But again, yes, as somebody pointed out, the basketball so far in the bubble has been terrific to watch. And again, any basketball is better than no basketball. I've loved watching it. Oh, I should also tell you guys what's coming tomorrow. No baseball videos coming tomorrow because of, hold on, 16 Curry. 16 Curry was really great, but 16 Curry was great, but they didn't win the title. If Kawhi wins the third chip, do you think he's a top 5 player? I still don't think so. It's hard to get into the top 5 right now. It's hard to get into that. He'd probably have to win 4 or 5 before I call. And I know he'd have the same number of titles as LeBron. So, but if LeBron wins the title, that's 4, and that puts him, ahead of Bird. How many guys have won 4? I'm googling it now. Most NBA championships, and we're just talking if LeBron wins the title this year. Talking the guys. Okay, I'm looking at the Wikipedia page. I mean, Bill Russell's obviously the most. I can just, you have all the Celtics guys, obviously, from that era. You had Russell, Sam Jones, Tom Heinsohn, Casey Jones, Tom Sanders, John Havlicek, Frank Ramsey, Kuzi, Don Nelson, Larry Siegfried. So that's 5. And then the others, the non-Celtic guys, Jim Watzkaff. I don't know if I missed any others, but if I did, I apologize. But yeah, I think I got most of them. And then the others from not the Celtics. You had Robert Horry won 7. You had Kareem won 6. Jordan won 6. Scotty won 6. George Mikan and Jim Pollard won 5. Sister Marlon won 5. Michael Cooper 5. Magic 5. Rodman 5. Harper 5. Kerr 5. Kobe 5. Fisher 5. Duncan 5. And then for Mickelson 4. Frank Saul 4. Gene Gargillo, Bill Sherman 4. Jamal Wilkins 4. Kurt Rambis 4. Robert Parrish 4. Will Purdue 4. John Saley, Horace Grant, Shaq, Manu Ginobili, and Tony Parker 4. And LeBron would join that list if he won this title. And we'll see again if he does it. Bill Russell was playing against Plumbers back then. Yeah, that's the one thing about Russell. And again, I'd still put him up there. And he was, I think if you put him in this day and age, he's still that great. He's still that dominant. But yeah, the quality of the league right now is great. LeBron or Bird, who do you give the edge as the best power forward? I give the edge to LeBron. Just again, physicalness. Even though Bird had just a beautiful jump shot, give the edge to LeBron there, in terms of again physical, and I think he's able to do more. But Bird's great. Bird's an all timer. No one's gonna take that away from Bird. And that Celtics team was the Celtics teams in the '80s were terrific. Just want to say very quickly here. So we are not doing a baseball show tomorrow because there is no baseball. So you guys can just not even worry on that. Dadgummit, I pulled out of ESPN.com. Hold on. So no Celtics show tomorrow, or not Celtics. No Yankee show tomorrow because rain out. Also, should point out we're having a tropical storm hit New Jersey here. I cannot guarantee you that we're going to be on tomorrow because of we may lose power. If I do have power, then you guys will know. If I don't, then we'll be able to figure it out. But I'm going to try to make sure that we have power. And if we do have power, or if not, I'll just go to a relative's house, hopefully. And they might have power. But we'll see what happens here. So just warning you guys that we might not be able to do a show tomorrow. But if I'm there tomorrow. Okay, no Yankee show. We have 2 coming Wednesday. So I'm assuming the power will be back on by then, I hope. And then for NBA shows, we have, I think we have, tomorrow we're going to do Celtics and Heat. So at around 9 o'clock tomorrow, tune in. We'll have Celtics Heat live reaction right after that game. So tune in for that. We're not really going to do Rocket Trailblazers because I don't think the Trailblazers are that good. But we'll do Celtics Heat. So around 9 o'clock, come back here and we'll have a live reaction to that. We'll have the every home run video. We'll have a bunch of other stuff. PJ Championship reaction on Sunday. So still great stuff. Bill or Wed would have sped up with today's game. Fine. Yes, I agree with that too. And just 2 physical freaks, Bill and Wilt. 2 absolute legends, and 2 of the best to do it. Again, they're 5 and 6 to me, and then yeah, those other 4 are up there. But to me, Jordan's number 1. And again, his competitiveness puts him number 1. 6 out of 6 championships puts him number 1. I do wonder how many of those guys would be great. The Phoenix Sun teams from the 2000s would thrive playing in today's era. Yeah, the 7 seconds are left, way ahead of its time. So, Suns, 90s, 2000s. Imagine an Arnold and Sly Stallone replacing De Niro and Pacino for that Heat scene. No. There's no one else I want to see do that scene than De Niro and Pacino. Trying to think of, that scene in the diner. Yeah. Trying to think of, like, I can't think of lines from that, but, it's good. What if I gotta take you down? That's one. Nah, those are the only two guys I want to see in that movie. I really like that movie. That movie's fun. It's kind of unintentionally hilarious. Pacino's great in it, and De Niro's fantastic. It's great to see those guys, and they're good together in The Irishman, which was another really good movie. But yeah, those two guys are, and then they're great in Godfather 2, which is maybe the best movie of all time. That's fine. So they're in Godfather 2, Heat, and The Irishman. Those are the Pacino De Niro movies. We have about 5 more minutes here. So again, if you guys have any final comments here, no, I don't want to see Arnold and Sly Stallone do that. Didn't we already get Arnold and Sly Stallone in a movie together? They were supposed to be in Face Off. They wrote them to be in Face Off. Thank God that didn't happen. I'm so glad we got Katie and Travolta doing Face Off. I'm so glad we got that instead. I wouldn't have wanted anybody else to do those two. See National Jason Kidd. I probably give it to Kidd, but that's a special place in my heart because I grew up loving Jason Kidd. He was on the Nets, an incredible point guard. So many triple doubles. Give the edge to Kidd, but Nash is great too. So I'm not totally 100% ruling it out there, but they're both great. They were in La La Land, right? Were they in La La Land? I don't remember. I mean, I know Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone were in La La Land. I'm trying to think who else was in La La Land. Were they in like cameos? I'm trying to remember. Were they in the truck that opened up when they were in the opening song and they had those guys performing the band? That's a wonderful. I like that movie. I know it's not perfect, and I'm glad Moonlight won Best Picture, but gosh, that movie's so much fun. That movie, even though I didn't, the ending is but the opening number is just about as electrifying as the number. And Damien Chazelle, man, he knows how to direct jazz stuff. Between this and Whiplash, fine director. Unfortunately, now we have no movies, so it's unfortunate. Again, my computer's freezing again. So we got about 3.5 more minutes here. Well, okay, there it is. La La Land, 2016. Ryan Gosling, Emma Stone, Justin Hurwitz as the music guy. It's too white for me. I get it. There's no film too white for me, too black for me. I mean, we've had great black movies like Do the Right Thing. Sama, I thought was a really powerful, wonderful black movie. Yeah, there've been a lot of those. Boys in the Hood. There've been a lot of great. A good movie is a good movie to me. That's what I say. I don't see them in the. I see J.K. Simmons, John Legend, Josh Pence is in that movie. The guy in Social Network. Too whiny for me. Oh, okay. Outside the Astros, who's the Yankees threat in the playoffs? Coronavirus. The biggest threat for them is coronavirus, far and away. The Dodgers, I think, in the National League, and that's it. It's the Dodgers. I'm trying. Who's even in contention for them? The way again, they're pitching right now and they're hitting. It's hard to beat them. Outside of the Astros, probably the Twins because they have a lot of young talent there. Right now, I think it's Yankees Braves in the World Series. I don't trust the Dodgers anymore. I'm kidding. Oh well, imagine that. Okay, fine. Again, as you know, man, I take everything seriously. Manchester by the Sea is great. I mean, that's a great movie, but my gosh, is it depressing. You can't watch it more than once. You can't watch it. Maybe you can, but it's just sad and just ugh. Affleck was good in that movie. Casey Affleck was good in that. People might not like Casey Affleck, but he was really good in that movie. Braves are done now. They lost their ace. They still have a lot of young offensive talent. I wouldn't sleep on the Braves yet. All right, so about a minute and a half here to go here. Just should tell you guys again. Don't know if we're gonna have a show tomorrow, but because of the power. But if we do, we're gonna have a Celtics Heat show at around 9 o'clock, and then the Every Home Run video and a couple other stuff tomorrow. So come back here tomorrow at 9 o'clock for Celtics Heat. If not, then you know my power. We're going out. Final thoughts here again. The Lakers came through late. Had a big performance from LeBron, from AD, and mostly AD. AD was great in the paint. Came back after the rough game he had a few days ago. Came back and was really electrifying. And the Lakers, they get the number one. All right, see you guys, bench. And the Lakers just the number one seed in the West, which is hard to imagine a couple years ago, but they finally were able to do it. First time that's happened in 10 years. A great tribute to Kobe Bryant they pulled off all season. And the best tribute to Kobe Bryant that they could pull off is to win the darn championship. And we're gonna find out in a few. Jason or Michael Myers? Probably Myers. I think he was the original. So I'll get the answer Myers. Whatever it's called. But again, the Lakers, first time in 10 years. Good for them. Happy for them. Glad they, and we'll see if they can pull off the ultimate tribute to Kobe if they win the title this year. That's it for now, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked what you see here, make sure you subscribe down below. I'll be back tomorrow, right after Celtics Heat, so come back here and we'll have a live reaction to that. Thank you guys again, and I will see you guys tomorrow night. Until then,